Welcome to Call, guys. I'm your host, Damon Nelson, along with my partner, Wayne Atkinson. And we're excited to show you some of the new stuff today. We've added some things to AIMasher, thanks to some of the new beta users. They've come in and made some really good suggestions. So we added an import clipboard feature, which allows you to put in HTML, Markdown, or rich text format and convert it into an article, add images, add a voiceover, add a mid-journey, and then publish it. It makes it very easy to do. We also added one, and I haven't fully tested it out, but it came in today, and it's the template maker. So we had a request, and we thought about how we're going to go through this, and Wayne came up with a very clever idea. Let's say that you have ZimWriter. You have, and I'm going to give you an example. We had somebody with 800 articles. They imported the 800 articles and they wanted to put voiceover on it. Well, that means as of yesterday, you had to go into each of the 800 articles, summarize it, and write a voiceover or create a voiceover and then save it. Well, Wayne has created a template. Now, the template's going to do two different things. It's going to rewrite and it's going to summarize. I guess it's three things, and it's going to put a voiceover. So you can tag all 800 at one time and then hit this template and execute it and go grab coffee, do whatever you need to, and probably 30 minutes to an hour later, all 800 articles would be, if you got a rewrite on there, it would have a rewrite, a summarize, and a voiceover, all done for you magically. So I'm very excited. I want to show you this. Now, kind of with the idea here on Geek Out Friday, if you've never been on one of these calls, is we do get a little geeky with it. It's not really a formal structure of training. It's more of let's geek out with all the tools that we have and have fun with it and help you be able to make your own marketing automation systems. Okay. Wayne typically answers calls or answers the questions. If he sees something that is very pertinent to what I'm talking about, he'll slow me down or interrupt me or stop me, and we'll answer that question because it may be really important that is on everybody's mind. So have your questions come in there. You can put them in the chat or I guess there's a Q&A box also open, and he'll do his very best to answer them while we're going through this. If not, we'll save them to the very end. Okay? Now, a final thing before I get started, I was originally going to just talk about all the new GPTs and here's a dozen that we tried out and let's go in and look at each one. But I ran across one. In fact, it's through Peter Hathley, and he said, well, Damon, just build your entire site with it. And he challenged me. So that's what I wanted to do is we have been buying domains on the open market and expired domains in the auctions. And I've been getting some really good ones. In fact, I think a few of the people on the call are bidding against me, which is good because we want to get some high domain authority sites that we can auto blog with RSS Masher, or we can AI blog. And we're going to coin that term, I think, AI blogging. So I'm going to take you, instead of looking at 12 different GPTs, give me a yes if you want me to show you how I'm taking a website from scratch and creating a auto blog system with AIMasher.
Oh, blimey. Yes, hell yes.
Okay. I'm glad that y'all want to get geeky with me. Okay. So this may be an hour and a half. So stay with me, and we're just going to quickly go through a lot of this stuff. And it's being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded. And you'll have the replay, okay? So I'm going to move kind of quickly through some stuff that I think you may already know, like how to do a WordPress, how to put a theme on there. But I'm going to show you a few things that we're doing kind of on the back end and why we have all the tools that we've been offering, because we use them, okay? Wayne, any questions before we get started?
No. I've got one caveat about the new feature.
Yes.
It's all integrated and functionally working, but only me and Damon have got it at the moment. Don't shout, don't go mad at me. It's still in live test. It only went over today. There's a few little bits on the rewrite there I'm not quite happy with just yet, but it does work. So you'll probably be getting it Monday, I would think. But it is pretty cool.
Yeah, and guys, I've always asked Wayne, can I actually use the product before I get on a webinar and show the product? So this one's kind of, no, you can't. You're gonna have to show it live. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna flip this over and we're gonna go to the next screen. Let's see if I can go to the next page here. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a website for AI blogging with GPT. There's a bunch of writers out there. And I'll give you, for instance, is today or yesterday, I used Pre-Draft, I used ScaleNut, and I think I did a Go Charlie earlier in the week. Great articles. I like writing with them. I love writing with ZimWriter, and you can do SEO bulk writing, Penny Arcade, or you can do an SEO blog write. And they're all the same. I mean, the end result is if you have a single article, it's in HTML, Markdown, or rich text format, how can you enhance it and publish it easily? So that's what I'm hoping to answer today is if you have one post that's in a format that you need to just copy it and paste, okay? And Wayne, I can't remember who, maybe you give us credit to whoever suggested this clipboard method. It was kind of obvious that we needed it, but we didn't even think of it ourselves. Well, I think it was somebody else suggested it. It was a really good idea. Okay. We're going to do, not only are we going to create a website structure with the GPT, we're going to do some blogs with GPT. I'm going to show you kind of a little trick that I've learned. I think I'll credit Stu Jordan for this one, a little pencil trick on ChatGPT, okay? And then we're going to be publishing the GPT with AIMasher, okay? So it's demo time. See my fast running robot there? Okay, artificial intelligence websites. And let's get started here. So I am going to this Canva here. And I'm just going to show you real quickly. I don't need to show that live. Back into my hosting accounts. Oops. Okay. I'm using a hosting program called Launch CDN. The reason I do this is it puts it on a bunch of different servers. It's how we're building our PBN networks. It's probably the best one out there as far as what I've used. I've tested about 5 of them. And the reason I like it is it puts the Moz score. This is really important for us because we're buying domains that already have a Moz DA score, which means they already have hrefs, DR, and UR, and all the great numbers that we're always looking for. These are all going to become backlink sites for us in the very near future, okay? And you can do guest posts and stuff like that, and we'll talk to you probably after the first of the year if you want to write guest posts for any of these sites. Now, this is brand new. I got it yesterday, got it logged in, okay? So I basically just log into the site, and let's just take a look at the site if I can bring it up. Yep, beauty seminar, okay? And if you can see on my post, it just says, are you an AIMasher? So we'll just take a look at it. Just simple little stuff. We wanted to test it out, okay? I put this theme on 20 minutes ago. So guys, pardon me if it doesn't look absolutely great. It is a brand new theme, okay? So let's go back in the dashboard. So what I did was the WordPress is probably 45 minutes old. So you're seeing the birth of a WordPress site on here. I have very little plugins installed as of right now. I put simple author box, and I'll talk about that later. Appearance, themes. I basically went up here, add new theme, and it's a fashion blog. So I said fashion blog. And I just chose one, installed, activated. Okay. I think everybody on the call knows how to do all this. Okay. Now, later on today, I'll put in all my rank math, my link whisper, the stuff that we normally do to set everything up for SEO, internal linking. I'll put all the security plugins and everything on there. But I wanted to show you, this is a brand new site. It doesn't even have any content on it. Okay. Now, the next thing I did was I went over here to AIMasher, went down to integrations, did my WordPress, and I installed it. It should be the very last one. Yep. So let's take it off screen real quick, make sure everything's okay. Sometimes I get on here and get going real fast and reveal all my passwords. Okay. So I went into, I typed the name here on WordPress integrations, app password. This is the other thing with Launch CDN is it uses Cloudflare and Amazon, and app password works on just about every single one of them. You put your username, your application password, and your blog URL right in here. Okay. Hit update, get categories. Okay. I got some categories in here. Guys, I'm not really up on health and beauty and fashion and all that. But I'm going to show you how I came up with these categories. So right now we're talking about WordPress, and we're about to hop over to GPT in just a second. Okay. And then I ran a test post, just click that in there and hit test post. Okay. That's how I came up with it only has one post. Are you in AIMasher? Okay. So everybody should be caught up. We have a brand new website. I put a fashion theme on here, a free one, and I have no plugins. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to come over here to beautyseminar.info. I want to create a ChatGPT. I need to research what I can do inside of ChatGPT. Okay. So you can come up. We have all these GPTs in here, and these are the paid ones, Semantic and Conceptuality from Peter Hathaway. They're very, very good plugins or GPTs to use. One is to create SEO related articles, and the other is to really start writing content with it. Okay. Another one that I absolutely love is Sean Vossler's GPT. If you're writing copy, emails, social posts, anything that needs a call to action, a sales spin on it, this is absolutely great. In fact, a lot of the website sales pages that I've designed in the last few months, I've used this one GPT right here. Okay. Workflow generator. This is mine. This is, if you want a list of instructions on how to do things, this is great. Or if you have a list and you just want to modify it and make it very easily to read, make it easy to read by your VA or your team that's following you. This kind of helps you refine it into common English. Okay. Keeps you structured. Probably middle of December, I'm going to have a set of workflows that I'll pass out to everybody in AIMasher and RSSmasher, how we teach our VAs using the tools that we have. Okay. There'll be step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. This is how I'm building it right here. So I'm using these GPTs in here. I still come back to chat and I use it all the time. In fact, I hope I don't time out on my GPT-4. Okay. Now I'm going to go over and turn off AI PRM. And I'm going to refresh the page. Okay. So you have a very clean, you don't see AI PRM taking everything. Okay. So before I get started talking about these, if you want the links to any of these, Wayne, if you can, it's called CoolGPT.com. And I'm going to log out here. Okay. That's what it should look like. Here is, in fact, Don's on the call. Don helped us yesterday kind of putting in some of these GPTs that we've researched and reviewed, some really good ones in here. Trending. I'll have this login fixed later, so you can actually log in yourself and add GPTs that you like, and you can vote on them as well. Okay. But this is Semantic Author. If you're interested in buying it later, just click on the image and you can watch the screen pal. Okay. But you're going to see, I'm going to do a full demo on this one today. And come back up here. So it's CoolGPT.com. And Wayne will add it into the deal. Okay. I've got my workflow. If you want that Sean Vossler, it's in here also. Or you could probably just do this lookup here. And I'm going to be adding GPTs in here all the time. So bookmark this as a place to, a lot of them are going to just be free that I've run across, or some of them will be paid and I'll have the link to, if you want to buy them. In fact, Peter has one. I'm going to have to go buy this afternoon. I think it's called Storybook, and it will write a fiction book right in front of you. Okay. So a lot of good stuff. So keep this bookmark, check it every probably once a week at least. And if you're interested in adding your own, send me a Facebook message and I'll put you in here also. Okay. So that's how you find the GPTs that we're using. So let's go back over here. Now, earlier, without having to wait for everything, I used Semantic Author and I just came down here and started typing. Now, these are suggestions, okay? Everybody will type in one of these suggestions and just see what it does, okay? Here's what I really like doing, though, is ask it, what this GPT do for us, okay? So anytime you go into a GPT, just ask it, and it's going to tell you what it does really well.
So we had one question that's pertinent to where you are.
Okay.
That's these are free, aren't they?
Semantic Author and Conceptuality are paid.
Right. That was the question, that because they already own the product, do they still have to pay for it?
To get these individual GPTs, yes.
Right. There you go.
Yeah. If you have that all-in-one writer, it doesn't include these apps. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Okay. All the other ones that you've seen, that you see on CoolGPT, for the most part, all of them are free. And I'm going to make a little tag so you know which ones are free and which ones are paid. Semantic may be worth investing in. Conceptuality, I haven't played with it enough to recommend it yet, but you're going to see what I did with Semantic. Okay. Let's start out with, I'm building a new website with this domain name, Beauty Seminar Information. I did this yesterday. Can you give me a blog content plan with blog categories and suggested topical keywords? Now, guys, what I'll do later is I will copy all this and I'll put it in the YouTube description. I'll put it in a text file so you know, here's how I prompted it, okay? And you can change how you prompt, but I'm asking it questions for it to help me build a site, okay? So it's going to go, it's going to create a blog content for the website. Excellent. That are SEO friendly and relevant to your domain's focus. Here's a proposed plan. Here's categories: skincare, makeup, cosmetics, hairstyling, wellness and beauty, industry insights, and topical keywords to get started. Okay. Now, you could take this right here, daily skincare routines, and go over to ZimWriter, to topical authority, and drop that in there and create 87 or 150 articles about this one topic through the topical authority. Okay. This is the power of having a content structure and then having the ability to AI blast it or bulk write it if you want to. Okay. So these are just topical keywords. Okay. That's great. So I come back in here, and if you remember, I'm just going to show you, I'm using everything I got from this GPT. Post, categories, beauty and hair care, makeup, skincare, wellness, and beauty. As you can tell, I don't know anything about these, so this is how I started. Okay. Now, would you like me to suggest some specific blog post titles for any of these? Sure. Okay. Here's some blog post titles. Now, this is great right here. These are 2023 makeup trends, what's hot in the beauty world. Okay. Really, really good. Okay. Would you like more assistance with your blog planning or perhaps some DALL-E 3 images? Sure, give me some prompts. I misspelled it. Give me a square image. I'm going, it looks good. It's using DALL-E 3. And this is for the skincare category. Would you like images for other blog categories? Yeah, please use aspect ratio 16:9. Now I'm telling it kind of what to do, but it's doing a really good job. This is for makeup and cosmetics. So the category, I now have an image for each of these categories coming in. Would you like more images for the remaining categories? Yes. Okay. So that's right. I don't know what that last one, beauty industry insights. That could be better. Hair care and styling, wellness and beauty. Okay. So that looks really good. Again, I'm kind of just teaching it. Is there anything else you need for your website content or visual planning? Yes. Reimagine. Instead of saying redo, I like to use the word reimagine. And the reason is sometimes if you say redo, it's going to come up here to this square image and just put stuff on the side. Okay. Or it will try to stretch it. And I don't want it stretched. I want it just to reimagine. Okay. So hopefully, if all you take away is use reimagine instead of redo, okay? Write in plain English. 16:9 encompass the theme and content direction of the site. Okay, so this is going to be like my global image that I would use in the meta tagging, a meta image for the site. Well, I don't want a bunch of misspelled words, and I don't really want to rebuild it myself. So I came in here and said, reimagine the second image. Okay, this is the second image. With visual images only, do not use any characters, words, or letters. And guys, y'all probably have done this hundreds of times with Discord and Midjourney. DALL-E's the same way. Fix it because the words, in fact, I saw somebody was getting the words right, but I wonder how many reiterations he did. They never come up with properly spelled words the first time. Okay. So they reimagined, and it kind of gives you representing the theme of your beauty seminar website without using characters, words, or letters. Okay. Now, here's where I start writing blog content. I need you to write a blog post for each category you suggested. Write these for me with approximately 700 words each. Make them contextually relevant to the site topics. Okay. Could be category site topics. Output in HTML with a great catchy title, H2s, H3s, and list if needed. Use common English and avoid words that are common in AI articles. I don't know if this is actually applicable. I haven't read through every single one of them yet, but I'm giving it instructions. Do the best it can. Give specific examples in each post. Okay. I don't want my post to be all fluff. I want specific examples for each of these skincare or hair trends or product reviews or anything. Write in first person. Now, I learned something too the other day is tell a brief story to start each post to catch the reader's attention. If you're writing in first person, tell a brief story. Add this sentence to the bottom. Give specific examples. Write in first person. Tell a brief story. Okay. This personalizes your blog. It's one person writing the blog with their experience. That's what Google's looking for. No, the eat example is they want to know this person has experience. Well, if you're telling a brief story and you're giving specific examples, that's a lot better than just a generic post about skincare. Okay. And this always adds it in there. Okay, certainly. So it created HTML article, put it in code for me. Okay, this is great. So I can copy the code and do something with it. I could try to put it into WordPress directly. But if I go straight to WordPress, now I got to go in and get me a featured image, put some images in the content. And if I wanted a voiceover, I have to do a lot more work individually with each of these. Okay. So here's where you start building up the power with it. Repeat the blog post instructions to create an article in the category hair care and styling. Okay. So there's my hair care and styling. I come back here, repeat the blog post instructions, create an article in the category of makeup and cosmetics. Okay. And you can see if I just keep adding, I can add, I've got hair care, and let's see what that other, okay, we had skincare, makeup, hair care. I need one on wellness and beauty. So instead of retyping all the instructions, I just come down here, go to this, hit the edit button right here, and let's go hair care and styling, wellness and beauty, save and submit. Okay. So it's building another blog post for me. Okay. Now, while that's working, I'm going to come up here and copy the code. Now, I've already put this into AIMasher, but I'm going to show you how to, let's see if we can do another article real quick. We'll do this one when it finishes. Wayne, any questions up to this point?
There's a little trick that I've learned that when you use DALL-E 3 images, they are quite big. They can be up to about 3 meg, so they're not really useful to put on a website. But because you're in chat, you can say, scale the images so they are the same dimension, but approximately 100 kilobytes in size, and it will actually do that for you.
Oh, wow.
And reduce them down, and then you can use them if you wish, because then they'll load quickly, but they look identical as the big version.
Yeah, and if you don't give it an aspect ratio, it's going to give you a 1:1, a square. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this article, I haven't even read it. Embracing wellness. Okay, that sounds good enough. Path to inner beauty. Let's go over, copy the code. Come up here. Go into dashboard, article publisher. Okay, we put this under import articles. Now, if you haven't seen it as of like 2 days ago or yesterday, this is brand new. You're probably familiar with bringing in files through ZimWriter or doing the reviews and images or plain text, but here is the new part, okay? Now, I have a group called Beauty Seminar. I'm going to group it, so I keep everything organized. I'm going to remove the title from the content. We do this kind of auto-magically for you. I want to enhance the articles during content. And let's do my media pack. Let's see if I got one on skincare. Yeah, health and skincare. Okay, I'm going to use my Mid-Journey credits. And if you need more, we have some always down at the bottom of the dashboard. You can buy more credits. But with every credit, we generate 4 images, save it into a folder if you put a folder in there. If you don't put a folder in there, it doesn't save those 4 images for you. Okay, it only saves that one for you. So I'm going to save all 4 images, and you'll notice I just named it MJ-Health Skincare. And we've got training on how to do the media mixer, how to set up your media packs. Okay, so I'm going to create a Mid-Journey. Now, I'm going to put some extra images automatically in there through the media pack. Okay. Now, we don't have Mid-Journey prompts in there. Matt didn't write our Mid-Journey prompts. There are no Mid-Journey prompts. So we're going to use your OpenAI to craft a Mid-Journey prompt from the content that we're about to put in there. Okay. So we have Mid-Journey as featured, media pack as the images, and I'm going to try to add a video down below. Okay. For this particular one, I want to do photo realistic. Okay. You can, here's some samples. If you want some more, you can click here and it's going to open a new window for you. And here's 50 Mid-Journey style prompts. Okay. That would be a pretty cool one, but I just want it photorealistic. So photorealistic is going to be my style. Now, here's the magic. I went and copied that. I'm in AIMasher. So if you got HTML or Markdown on your clipboard, you need to use this to input it. So I'm going to paste it in there. If you remember, I have body tags. I don't need any of that. Go up to the very top. Oops. And get rid of everything above that. Okay. Now, that's an H1, which is the title, and that title is going to be stripped out of this when we go to the full HTML editor, okay? So I'm good to go. Click. Embracing Wellness, my path to inner beauty and outer glow. Now I can edit anything I want in here with Grammarly. Just about new. Okay. I'm using Grammarly to tune this up right now. Opening. And this is the same thing that y'all would be doing. Change what's palpable. And final one. Okay. Looks good. I think I got one more for yoga. Nope. I'm going to dismiss that one. Okay. So I have a little list, and these were from the instructions that I put in here. I've got a bullet point. I've got a, and all the paragraphs are kind of very short also. It makes it great for skimming, people that are just skimming the page for you, okay? I'm going to add to article, okay? Now it's off, getting cooked up. Let's see where the other one is, okay? Now, the very first one I pulled off GPT is already in here. The AI image is complete. I'm just going to edit it here. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, that looks good. My journey to natural skincare. That it looks really, really good. Basics of natural skincare, personalizing your routine. Here's some more images in here and a video down below, okay? Now the image settings, you can set it up here inside your settings. I'm gonna open a new window to show you where that setting is, okay? I want article extra images every 7 paragraphs, okay? You could have it every 3 paragraphs, every 12 paragraphs. That's where you set how frequently you want to put the images in there, okay? We have a default temperature, default writing style, and default GPT models. So a lot of your defaults are being put in here. I'm going to put mine, my default audio position, always above the first subheading. Hit update and finish. So that looks really good. Okay. Now, I could summarize it right here, or I could use a template. So I'm going to show you this first one where we're going to do it manually. That's Amazon review summary. You can use any of these summaries. Don't use this one. This is a test one that I'm working on right now, trying to get some extra spacing in. I'll use it, see if it's working right now. We call our OpenAI Olivia. Olivia sometimes follows instructions, and occasionally it just kind of hallucinates and does its own thing. The instructions that we want in here is make each sentence its own paragraph, which that should be hard to do. And the reason we do this is on the summary is it gives it a little bit of pause in the voiceover. Just a little trick to give it a little bit of where it sounds like it's an actual person in there. They're taking a breath in between each of these sentences. Okay. This is one of the reasons the template is probably going to be Monday, because we're going to get this breathing part in here. We're going to get it right for you. Okay. Now we do this because we come down here and I want to go above first subheading. I want to put in an OpenAI API. And you can choose either one. Difference between 1 penny, 2 pennies. That's good enough for me. I'm going to do Shimmer, and I'm going to create the audio. Now we have different summaries that you can use up here. We got TMZ, Guardian, Fox News summaries. We're going to be adding a lot more summarizers in there. Okay, let's see what it sounds like. Oop, it's not playing through the speaker.
Yeah, because you got Zoom and the.
Oh yeah, Zoom's
Yeah,
in control of that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to trust that it works. And if you'll notice, there's the featured image. There is listen to the summary, and there's the player. It's underneath this first paragraph. So let's read the first paragraph. It all started on a Sunday afternoon in July. I was sifting through old photographs when I stumbled upon one from my college days. There in the faded picture was my younger self, beaming with a natural glow. In fact, this actually looked really well. This image matches up perfectly. It made me wonder, where did that radiance go? The moment of nostalgia sparked my journey towards rediscovering natural skincare, a path that led me back to the radiance I thought I had lost. Okay. Summary, basics of natural skincare. Here's some bullets. And these are specifics: hydrating toners, nourishing moisturizers, personalizing your routine, seasonal adjustments. Okay. These are not pillar posts. These are fill-in content posts to bring the content alive inside of this webinar, inside this website. Okay. Final thoughts: make up mistakes. It's perfect. Okay. Now it is ready to publish. I'm going to hit update. Now, if I wanted to put more images in here, I could do it from this level also. But I've got good images. I'm going to hit finish. And beauty seminar, AI image is complete. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I've checked it. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to send it to WordPress. Category. This is skincare. I'm just going to go ahead and send it all now. Okay. In a few minutes, you'll see it on this beauty seminar. Okay. Will show up right here as a blog post. And there's my author, Christine K. Let's see. Christine K. Hello there. A 34-year-old fashion blogger calling the vibrant city of Wilmington. Okay. So I probably could put some spacing in here, some HTML spacing in here. This is Christine. Okay. That's who she looks like. She is my minion. Okay. Now, guys, these are fake people. How do we make our fake people? We have a product called Minion Builders. This is where we make them. We keep them and we store them. And we'll log back in. And we've added some new features. This is version 2 now. Go into my minions. And so we have a full database of minions. I got over 100 minions in here. These are the authors of my sites. Okay, they all look like fairly real people here. This is Christine Kaler. She's female, 34 years old, and she went to TCU. And I mean, I've got all the stuff in here. I built her an AI bio, built in first person, did a third person. I even have a company bio for the company, beautyseminar.info. Okay. It's a prominent player in the rapidly growing beauty industry, guided by an ethos of innovation. This is great. Now, you could always come in and edit it. Right now, I've got them locked. But if I want to come in and edit it, I unlock it. The reason I lock them is I don't want them changed once I make adjustments. When you see, we have this issue sometimes on apostrophes. So I would just come in and change that. In fact, see if Grammarly will.
I've written it down.
This is showing you how new this is we've got that fixed on one, but we got to get it fixed on all of them here. I'm just going to lock that down. Okay. Birth date, you can change the birth date. It will change the year. And there's her image. And I need to lock that photo in. Okay. Once you pick an image, lock it in. Okay. Because you'll never get that exact same image back. Other details, we can give her hobbies. A hobby creator is going to look at it, how old she is, what she does for a living, and it's going to write some hobbies for her. Okay. And if you want her to have a pet, just put in the pet name, the breed, short pet detail. And then when you write hobbies, we can do a hobby creator with pet activities. So it would write a story, a sentence or two story about Sydney and how she likes to take walks with her. And it's going to change all that up and use AI to write a really nice story about, that's part of her hobbies creator. This article, this little text is then taken over whenever you create these main details, and we build the bio from her hobbies and her demographics. Okay. And this is great. I copy that. I use that little copy button. Okay. Come over to here. And that's what went in right here for my bio. And I'll just go into dashboard. Y'all are seeing exactly, I mean, I did this about 30 minutes ago. So you get to see exactly how I'm building my minions. I think there's a few guys going, how did you do this so fast? Well, that's why we have the tools to build them. So there's her profile picture. There's her bio. I think if I put some PRs in here, is that the right way, or do I do the backslash? I think that's what I need. I do this because I want Google to see Christine as a real fake person.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if it picks up the HTML here. Okay, there we go. Come down here.
Probably, no, you've got to go to text to do that, because it'll just
okay.
print. It'll just print BR in the text. Yeah, if you copy that and then you've got it. Paste it into there and then flick it back.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. That works. Okay. So I've got my AIMasher. This is where you set up your application password. If I want to do RSS Masher integration, I could just click that, add, and I would copy that application password. If you see anybody's ever using yours, revoke it and just type it in again. Okay. I'm using Simple Authorbox. I mentioned this earlier. This is the only plugin I have. The reason I use this is I want to put a custom profile picture of Christine. WordPress wants to put in a Gravatar picture of Christine. You can change your profile picture on Gravatar. I don't want to set up a Gravatar. It wastes my time. So I want to put in my own picture. I do that with the Simple Authorbox. And I
don't forget to update it before you leave the page.
What's that?
Don't forget to update your profile because you changed it.
Okay. So we've got a author. It's Christine. I can add more authors. I would just come up here to minion builders and build a new profile for my new author. Okay. So let's go back to dashboard. Let's visit the site. See if okay, here we go. Rediscovering Radiance, my journey to natural skincare. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay. Whoops. Now, I have a featured image. This is why I always want to test. I have a featured image and I have the first image. Okay. On the free themes, a lot of times it won't give you the ability to delete one of them. There's a plugin you can use, or you can go in and I'm just going to edit this post real quick and I'm going to take out that first image. Okay. Let's see over here, featured image. Okay. And come down here. Everything looks good. Now, Rank Math, when I install that, I've got the pro version, so I could actually use Rank Math to get rid of that first image, but I don't need that first image. So I'm going to highlight it and delete it. Okay. Hit update. So I'm going to show you a little trick with AIMasher. I'm going to come over here to AIMasher, up into integrations. That's why you always want to send that first one over to test it. Okay. So integrations, WordPress, beauty, edit, and exclude featured image from post. Okay. Hit update. Finish. So we do this for you because of all the themes are different. Sometimes you can adjust it in the theme, or you add a plugin, or you can just use that little feature right there. Okay. Now let's go back into my articles. Okay. AI image is complete on that, but I don't want to do anything yet. This is the embracing wellness. This is beauty and glow. So let's go back over to chat. Go to import article. Do clipboard. Remove title, enhance articles. I'm going to do a mid-journey. You could just type any word if it's in there. We've fixed it so it will pull it up. Okay. Use a media pack. So my featured image, mid-journey, extra images, media pack. You can turn it off if you don't want any extra images, okay? Media pack. Now, if you're pulling in ZimWriter where the prompts are already there, you can use your mid-journeys. We use media pack just so we're not burning, a bunch of mid-journey credits. Add a video from the health, sure. And I want to type photo, realistic. Okay. Now, all I need is the article. So let's come back over here to chat. I believe we copied that one. Okay. So I'm going to back up. That was wellness and beauty. Now I'm going to do hair care and styling. Okay. I'm going to copy the code. Copied. Over here. I'm in HTML. Paste it. I'm going to get rid of the body tags there. I don't need that at the bottom. Go up to the top. Get rid of all the header tags. Okay. Now you could just individually copy it from chat. You don't, I just copied everything. So I'm fixing it right here and close the HTML. I'm going to tune it up right here. After years, accepting from wavy to, let's call it curly. I really missed the boat on that spelling. My hair, my pride. This looks pretty decent. Ready to go. I'm going to hit add to article. Okay. So at that time, it's gonna set up a mid-journey and it's going to do a media pack and put a video in there. Okay. And let's do one more. Publisher, clipboard, and beauty, and remove title. And we'll just do skin, mid-journey, media pack, and skin again. Putting it into a mid-journey health and skincare. Add a video, photo, realistic. So I'm setting it up just so I can just come over here and snag it real quick. So that was 2 of 3. That was for hair care. And this is makeup and cosmetics. Okay. By changing that, I get the different boxes down here. I'll copy the code again. Come over here. Paste it in here. Get rid of all that junk. Go up to the top and get rid of all that junk. Okay. And just going to tune it up real quick. And remember, this is the story. I remember my first encounter with makeup. It was my sister's eyeliner. So this brings them into the story. Okay. We're being personal with it. We're giving some experience with it. So that one little sentence is start with a brief story. That's what that is. Instead of doing this article is about this. Start with a story. I'll leave that in there. Okay. Now this is saying personal experience. I stick to neutral tones. I opt for subtle yet confident styles. Make it full. Fix all this, and I think we're just about done with a. Okay. Now, ideally, you probably would want to read through it and rewrite it and tweak it. You can do it right here, or you can do it inside of the My Articles. I'm going to add to article. Okay. Now, let's go over to My Articles. This is what I want to show you. This will be available on Monday, article templates. Okay. I'm going to edit this. I choose whichever OpenAI. You may have multiple ones in here. Put your temperature. If you're going to use the new version, I'd recommend maybe 0.5. It's my default for the new preview version. Okay. Now, we have some rewriting prompts. Some of them, the rewrite Fox News style, Guardian, and TMZ, these are pretty decent. We're creating our own bullet point. Billy, Andy, the local news reporter, Jane, the 6th grade reading teacher. This simplifies it to 6th grade. This makes it a friendly style like Anderson Cooper. Try these out if you want to, okay? You can create as many templates as you want, but this template right here, it's not going to do a rewrite. It is going to do a summary, and it will summarize the article. I'm going to put it above the first subheading, OpenAI, and I'm going to use Shimmer, okay? So we kind of help you name it. You can change it down here if you want. So we're doing summary, TMZ 100, TMZ 100. I'm going to make sure that's in there. Wayne, I think we need to.
It only does it on ad.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shimmer is my voiceover, and it's a summary. It's not the full article. Okay. Hit update. Okay. So I have one template. I can clone it and make it Fox News style. So let's clone it. And I'll just come in here and summary. Let's do Fox News. Okay. Keep everything else the same. Shimmer. And I'll edit this one because it's edit, not an ad. Fox. Update. Okay. So I have two. In fact, let's go in here and let's give it a different voice. Let's put Nova in here.
You have to change Shimmer to Nova. You might as well get rid of the word copy as well while you're there.
Yeah.
Now we could change it in an edit mode as well, but if people have made a big description that they like, took the opinion that I didn't want to mess with it.
Yep. I agree. Okay. So we have two templates in here. Now let's show the power of the template. My articles. Okay. You can only use these templates in two situations where it says AI image complete. We're not going to mess with anything until it says complete. Or if you don't do any AI images at all, it will be blank here. Okay. In fact, all these are set to post. Okay. So we did those three. I'm going to tag these. Okay. None of these have voiceovers yet. Here. And this is new. This is what you'll see on Monday. I want to use Shimmer. And
you'll probably see now, but it'll be empty because you won't be able to create templates just yet.
Yep. And pay attention to this right here, 97. This is the ID number of this template. Okay. So when I hit assign template, are you sure? Yes. 3 articles assigned to template. Now up here, it says execute template 97, 97, 97. Okay. So the Midjourney image was done. Everything was ready to post, but we wanted to come in and summarize these and possibly do a rewrite if you wanted to at the same time. Okay. In the very near future, we're going to have some rewriting templates that will help with spelling, grammar, and everything else. So if you're bringing in stuff from ZimWriter, GoCharlie, or one of these that you need to look at and fix things, but you just don't have time, let our rewriting templates do a pretty decent job for you. And then you can catch it on WordPress if you wanted to. Okay. So these, once it's done, they summarize, they're going to put the voiceover, then they'll say ready to post. Is that what they'll say?
It'll say template complete. When you refresh it, you'll see where it's got to.
Okay. So these are ready to go. Now, I could go down to...
They're not ready yet.
Oh.
It doesn't say complete.
Oh, template complete. Template. Okay, they're in the process of template summary right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat as you're giving a summary. So I guess if we're on the rewrite mode, it would say template rewrite.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So we're waiting for template complete. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions at this point? I know
there was one. Richard said, "How does the article compare to using ZimWriter with what you're doing in chat?" It's a different way of getting the information from the beginning, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. ZimWriter probably is not going to start off with this. This is the thing I like about it is I started with a just beauty seminar, didn't put any keywords or anything, just, told it, go out and build it for me. Okay. And it's got some pretty decent topical keywords in here. Okay. Yes, you can do it with ZimWriter using the magic commands, but it's a lot more work than just getting into chat and just letting it run. Can you do this in regular chat? Absolutely, you can. Will it be the same quality? I doubt it. Peter did an incredible job with this GPT. I don't see anything that I would change, but I'm being bald, I don't really care about hair care and styling or beauty industry insights. This is not my topic. That's why I'm using this to kind of guide my topics, in this. Anyway, I like where it's coming. Give me some titles. Great. I could take these titles and put them into bulk writer. In fact, I could probably just copy this whole thing, take it over to bulk writer, or I could take this into Keyword Master and add some categories with it. So the interesting stuff that you can do with it. But where I was trying to get to is give me images, give me some summaries, and let's get down here to writing. And this little prompt right here, just so you'll have it right now, I'm going to copy this and put it into chat for you. This is not absolutely perfect, but what I've seen is Semantic understands my not absolutely perfect instructions, and it gave me a pretty decent little article. They're very short articles. I don't want them long because when I write my pillar post with either Surfer, ScaleNut, or some of the other tools, or ZimWriter, is those will be pillar posts. And then I'll use Link Whisper to come in and automatically suggest internal linking suggestions. And it's by having the short posts that only talk about one subject matter, those are going to be great to reference off of. There's some good jokes coming in right now, Wayne. Okay, so let's go back over and see where we're at on AIMasher. We'll hit refresh. Template complete. Okay. At this point, they're ready to go in. I could leave them all checked if I wanted, and let's imagine you have 800 articles. You're probably not going to want to break them down by category, but I'm going to break these down by category. So this is one about makeup. I'm going to put it in the makeup category. Come down here and beauty and makeup and cosmetics post. Turn that off. With that one, this is Journey Hair Care. Come down here and choose Hair Care and Styling post. And choose here, Wellness. Come down here, Wellness and Beauty post. Okay. This is the correct way of doing it, putting it in the right category. Wayne and I we will kind of just check them all, and then we'll come down here and we'll go, okay, we're going to drip feed these. Our permalinks are set to just post name, not category/post name. This is the only site I've done category post name. What I mean by that? Well, let's go into here, dashboard, visit site. Ooh, these are really good. Okay. So you can't see the category. Let me see if I can. Okay. Category, post name. That's the way it's set up. Okay. This looks really good. Now, remember, we took that featured image out of that being the very first. So Christine, she's writing it. You can listen to the article, Embracing the World of Makeup, my makeup philosophy. This is a personal blog by Christine about beauty seminar. Okay. Beauty skincare, you might want to change, you might want to change the image there. And it looked like it didn't use those breaks. So I'm going to have to do some real HTML in here. Okay. So these are great. Now I don't need this one. This is, are you an RSS masher? Come back over here to dashboard and post, all posts. Are you an RSS masher? Trash.
Or even AIMasher.
Or, yeah, AIMasher. Visit site. Ooh, these look good. These look really good. Now, this is the theme. The theme is putting a big head down here. Again, I may not use this theme long-term, but this is just something that I did just before the call, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Embracing my curls. So let's see what, here's the story from Christine. I remember the first time I decided to let my hair in its natural curly state after years of straightening, altering its texture is a decision born out of frustration. Little did I know that this world started my journey towards accepting and loving my curls. It's more than just hair. It's a journey to self-acceptance and style. Okay. And this is stuff I don't know anything about. So very, very good article, very quick article. And y'all saw it done in the hour that we've been on the call. Okay. Questions? I'll show you real quick too. Let's hit refresh. You've got your links in here once you posted them. But let's say that you wanted to send everything all at once. So you would check all the ones going to beauty seminar. And I'm not going to do this, but I would just do random category, shuffle order, and let's put them out every 8 hours. So if you can imagine 800 articles, you've hit the template, it's summarized them, maybe even rewritten them, and they're all ready to go. You could drip them out, every 3 days. If you had 800 articles, that would cover you for 3 years, basically, 2.5 years. But you don't want to go one every day. You got a lot of articles. Let's put them every 3 hours or 8 hours. Hit post, and it's going to set them up, set to post. So you can see, I've got some stuff going into January 26th, 2024, February 13th. I don't even have to worry about them anymore. They'll go over, post it. This is a set it and forget it system right here. Okay.
Walt asked a question about, which is one we've got on the development board. Is there a way to accept all Grammarly suggestions? We are looking at being able to API to Grammarly so that it just does it for you as part of the process. But that'll be sometime in the new year before we get there.
Yep. And I'll put that in there and hit save and submit. Okay. So it's going to write that fourth category or that fifth category for me in there. Okay. And it's very easy to do. This will do markdown language. So I'm going to come over here. This is another site I'm using called Pre-Draft to write articles. I like this one for one reason only, is it will do SEO research for me and put some outbound links. So I want to do something about, let's do seasonal anti-aging skin treatments. I don't know nothing about it. And I'm going to come over here. It's going to be a blog post. It could be a rewrite, Amazon product review, or guest post. We'll make it that, put it in here. Okay. That's the topic. And let's give it some additional content. Now, typically I would do a little bit more research for my target keywords. So I'm just throwing some stuff in there. Okay. And you could put a whole list of keywords in here. Hit autofill. So it's going to go out and find some related LSI words, key facts to highlight, and you can edit these. You can put anything that you want in here. Do you want it? What's their informative, helpful? I'm going to specific examples. Okay. So I like using this, just very easy to use, and you can put in your links in here. So I'm going to put in some cross links. I'll grab that one and pre-draft. I'll put that in there. And you can just keep adding links. So it will build internal links. But this little button right here, this is why I'm using this. It's going to use live Google search to research the article, not limited to 2021. Yes, ZimWriter just did SEO scraping and SERP scraping. Okay. I haven't had a chance to go in and dive in to see how much different it's going to be than this. What I like about this, when it does create the article, it has built-in hyperlinks to researched articles. Okay. So it's building from the research articles, kind of like you would expect a writer to write with. You can put in your own AI. If you'll notice, I got my own. So I would add beauty seminar, and it would look at what are the other things that I have in there, the other articles, and it would use some of those as cross-links for you. Okay. So I hit write article, and it will go in and it builds an outline, and it builds articles, and it does a finishing touch. And then when it's completed, Then I have a final version. Final version, maximizing content efficiency. This is for AIMasher. There's an image, introduction, benefits. Okay. This is a long form post right here. I may not keep the images. I may delete them when I go over to AIMasher, but I just simply come over here, copy HTML, come into AIMasher, and import my article just the same as I did with ChatGPT. This works for ScaleNut. This works for phrase. It works for any that you have in Markdown or HTML or rich text format. If you're going to do rich text format, then when you import the article, you don't need to use the code block. Okay, you can just put rich text format, which is bolding, italics. It typically you're going to see it in HTML or Markdown. And then if you bring it in a Markdown, when you bring it back through, convert Markdown to HTML. One button, it does it all for you. Okay. Or you may see what I've seen is coming out of chat. It does kind of a blend of both of them. It'll do HTML and forget to do, it's got Markdown in it. Do this first, paste it in there. And then if you see anything in there, convert Markdown to HTML. So you get this is kind of the fix button if chat messes up. Yeah. So any questions? I hope you realize that when you're writing these articles, let's see if I've got another one. A lot of train dogs to pick up trash. Okay, here's one right here. And so I've got, you can see a very long post right here, write an article. So with ChatGPT, it created the article outline, teaching your dog to pick up trash. And this article provides the detailed step-by-step, convert to Markdown. So chat was supposed to convert it to Markdown, but it just converted it to HTML for me. Okay. Then again, I just copied it, pasted it into the import article, and now I have an article that says teaching your dog to pick up trash, a comprehensive guide. Okay. Questions? Let's see.
Yeah, just looking at some new ones that's coming in. Yeah, there's a few mentions of Bard. When Bard's got their act together, we will test it, obviously, and if it works well, we will be adding it, no problems.
Yeah, guys, the questions you have are great about, integrations. Stable diffusion, we've had a lot of, comments about that. Bard, we can't get APIs yet as developers, or they're putting us on a list to wait to get an API. So if we have to wait and we're putting in that we're developers, just the regular public is probably not going to get any quicker on the API. So when new stuff comes out, we anticipate on adding it in. Claude is a great example. Claude does a great job of rewriting ZimWriter articles that were in OpenAI, but you got to use Claude in its native format. Their API, we've requested dozens of times, and we still can't get the API working, or we can't get access to the API. Mike asks, why would you choose to use pre-draft as opposed to other methods of writing? Mike, it's just personal preference. Is I can use pre-draft to do actual Google research, and I could use the SEO blog writer in ZimWriter now that he has the SERPs, but he added that 3 days ago. So it's just a matter of, I know ZimWriter is going to add stuff from all these other software. So eventually I'm on a month-to-month with pre-draft. It may not make the second month, but I do like the formatting of the flow of how it created everything. And maybe we even have that in 30 days to 60 days. So we spend a lot of time and a lot of money on testing everybody else's AI tools and go, what do we like about GoCharlie? What do we like about ScaleNut that maybe we can incorporate into AIMasher or maybe a future product? So, ask if you ever have a question about a AI product. I probably have tried it. Now, even on AppSumo, there is 30 to 50 AI writing software. They're all built on OpenAI for the most part. I've tried probably half of them, and I've refunded probably the same number. They just don't. Matt does a really good job as ZimWriter of really sending a bunch of prompts back and forth to get a good result for you. So if you got ZimWriter, keep it. I love it. Are we going to replace ZimWriter? Hell no. We'll never replace ZimWriter. But we're going to do things with our tool that ZimWriter probably is not efficient at. The listicles, which I can't wait to have, the helpful content, the top 10s, frequently asked questions, posting, and our content engine is the stuff that we did on ChatGPT today is we may be incorporating that in the next few weeks into the content engine. So we're always developing this tool out. That's the goal. That's what you should keep in mind is these are the AI is changing so fast. By the time we get everything ready and it's working well for GPT-4 Turbo, GPT-5 will probably be out in March or April, if not sooner. And it's supposed to be even better than the Turbo model. Yeah, so we are updating as fast as we can to keep up with the technology. And the premise of why we built AIMasher is you got an AI written article, you need to get it published, but there's things that you have to do that take time. Featured image creation with Midjourney. And eventually it's going to be Stable Diffusion, DALL-E 3. I mean, DALL-E 3 is expensive right now on the API. You're going to put some content images in there. You're going to put a video in there. You definitely want to do a voiceover. If you can get a voiceover in there, it's very cheap on the OpenAI. It's pennies. So we may be adding more stuff, but our idea is get that rewriter in the workflow of the publisher so that you can get a more humanized version of your article than what you may see with the fluff writers or the AI fluff that occasionally gets dropped in. Even in ZimWriter, there's AI fluff. Even with using our own special content, we still get AI fluff. But if you rewrite it with Claude or some other tools, you're going to get closer and closer to what a human would do. And that's the one reason today is I wanted to show you this specific GPT. The articles that I got followed the instructions that I asked it to. And that was give specific examples, each post, write in first person, tell a brief story to start each post to catch the reader's attention, use common English, avoid words that are common in AI articles. This little paragraph right here, sometimes you can't get ZimWriter or some of these other tools to pay attention to exactly what you want. This GPT seems to do really well with following instructions. Okay, so that's kind of all I've got, unless there's, okay, a couple things. Are there monthly limits on article creation for beta members? Nope, it's unlimited. Put as many as
there is a limit, but I think it's quite big.
Nobody's hit it yet.
No, and all you got to do is delete some of your older ones.
Yeah. Let's see. Jill asks, where did storytelling first paragraph come from? It comes from me wanting to tell it what to do. Tell a brief story to start each post. I'm not taking credit for it, but this is the way that I want to read an article. And this is the way I believe that a personal blogger will read an article. And it's also, I've got about 15 years of copywriting experience. So I know to start with a story. I'm not as good or as fast. I'm definitely not as fast as Semantic Author is or Peter Hathaway. But this is kind of the way that I tell my VAs, or when I used to pay writers, this is the paragraph that I would use to instruct them what to do. And of course, GPT hopefully follows this instruction here. Okay.
There was a question about, do we know how much it costs, Peter's tool?
This one, if you go to CoolGPT, This is why we built this site here, CoolGPT. And you go into, click on this link right here. Okay, it's going to take you to the buy page. I have my little 6-second delay timer. Pardon me for this. It's $99. I don't know if he has any coupon codes yet. So you might hop over to the Facebook group, the Authored Intelligence Facebook group, and ask them, say, hey, I've just hopped off of Geek Out Fridays. I love your semantic author. Can you give me a coupon code? He may still have some Black Friday codes available. But this is what you're going to see in the very near future. ChatGPT is going to make a marketplace. I know that because, they won and they've said it, but there's some good GPTs out there, and there's a bunch of junk GPTs out there. And people spend a lot of time, there's a lot of intellectual property being put into these. And I'll give you, for instance, John Benson, who is one of the best copywriters in the world, is making a GPT, and he's going to charge money for it. It's probably $200-300, and it's probably going to be worth every dime you pay for it. Sean Vossler gave his away, but it's really so that you can buy movable type. It will lead you into that direction. So there will be a shopping cart inside of OpenAI that you can go and buy these GPTs. We just got one step ahead of it by doing the CoolGPT. Oops. Let's see, where was that? Here it is. Yeah. We got ahead of the game because I need a place to store all the GPTs. When you're in here, they only have limited storage of what you can hide on or what you can attach to your sidebar there. So if you're looking for any of these are all very well researched. They do a really good job. Questions? Any more questions? Right at an hour and a half here.
Don't think so.
Mart asked a good question. Can they be exported elsewhere, exported outside of your system? If you're, Wayne, I'll let you answer that question.
What's the question?
Can these be exported outside of AIMasher?
What, the articles?
Yes. I think that's his question.
No. You can post them to, once you've posted them, you've got them in your website. Well, I'll think about that, whether we do an export or not.
Yeah.
It's just with everything that's going on, it's hard to.
Yeah, it won't be high priority until
probably to put everything in there, that people would like.
We got a lot of stuff. Now, if you're an AIMasher customer and an RSS Master, you're going to get 12 days of Christmas. What that is I'm going to do a little training video on a little topic of AIMasher. So you're going to get 12 little training videos on different things that you can do inside, like Keyword Masher. What does this do? What does this do? And that will start dropping on December 13th. But the big deal is December 19th through the 21st. We're going to do live training. It's probably going to be on a Zoom call. We tried to do Facebook, but there's sometimes Facebook and Zoom don't like each other. But that's going to be starting December 19th, and I will post out all the information to get signed up. It won't cost you anything. It's a bonus for AIMasher customers and RSS Masher customers. But it's going to be how do you blend these two together to take RSS feeds, rewrite them, add to them, add images, add mid-journeys, do voiceovers, all from an RSS feed post. And you can do that with the templates that we built into AIMasher. But we're going to go dive even deeper is how do you find good RSS feeds? That's the biggest problem a lot of people have is I think these guys have good RSS feeds and they're just one sentence and it's a link to the page. Well, that's not, you can't write content off of it unless you're doing a scrape. So we're going to teach you a little bit about RSS feeds, how to find good ones, and the easy method. I'm always for the easy method. And then we're going to go into how to create these RSS rewriting templates on AIMasher How do you incorporate them into RSS-Masher? And what else can you do with the rewrites once you've have them done? Is content syndication, some other things. But the final day of that training, we're going to talk about podcasts. You have the ability right now with AIMasher to do a full read of the article. Okay. So think of it in terms of if you did a full read of the article, that's a podcast. If it's 2,000 words, it's probably going to be 10-minute long podcast or 20-minute long pod. So you could bring in an RSS feed, you could rewrite it with the AIMasher and create a full article and then come back into AIMasher. Now you have an RSS feed that is your own original content with the podcast built into it that you could send off to iTunes or Spotify or any of these with that are that will take RSS feeds. So some neat little stuff that you can do with your RSS Masher and AIMasher combination. Okay. Anything else?
We've been advised to take care of our health, apparently.
That's why we want to get the 12 days, and we want to get, in the middle of all this is we're doing a public launch of AIMasher. Right now, it's y'all got in at the pre-launch level, and we've kind of closed the front door. We still got a back door if you need to if you still want AIMasher, we've got a back door, and because you're on a sales call with us, it's not a sales call. You're on Geek Out Friday. It's AIMasher.com/sales. So if you absolutely have to have it before we launch December 15th, then that's how you can get it. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you in 2024. This is the last one of the day, the last one of the year. Hopefully it was a good one. The replay will be up later this afternoon, and happy holidays for everyone. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.